Next week on Coronation Street, a tense dinner party leads to arguments, accusations, and secrets exposed in a series of flashbacks. Meanwhile, Will's continued contact with Megan is exposed, while Ronnie receives a shocking demand from Fiona. Here are 13 big moments coming up. You can also check out our collection of 31 spoiler pictures from these episodes. 1. Kit and Maria fear the worst. Kit reminds Sarah of their upcoming date night and suggests they go food shopping at lunchtime. When Sarah texts to cancel their shopping trip, Brody teases Kit that Sarah's had a better offer. Having overheard the conversation, Maria believes this is yet more proof that Gary and Sarah are having an affair. Meanwhile, Kit spots Sarah leaving the builder's yard. 2. Kit has a plan. In the Rovers, Sarah invites Todd and Summer to join her and Kit for dinner. Viewing the gesture as Sarah's attempt to get out of date night, Kit's heart sinks. Kit notices Sarah whispering to Gary and decides to invite Gary and Maria to also join them for the dinner party. Sarah and Gary immediately freeze, but Maria is quick to accept. What is Kit planning? 3. Maria makes an accusation. The dinner party gets underway with Kit, Sarah, Gary, Maria, Todd and Summer in attendance. While Maria makes sly digs at Sarah's expense, Kit tries to get a moment alone with Gary and remarks on people's propensity to lie. Later, Maria raises a toast and declares that Gary and Sarah have been having an affair. As everyone reels from the accusation, secrets and lies are exposed in a series of flashbacks, as viewers discover who Theo's killer is. The night ends with blood splattered across the table. 4. Tensions are high following the dinner party. Gary is given the cold shoulder by Maria following her accusation about his relationship with Sarah. Meanwhile, Sarah finds a ring box in Kit's bag, but her discovery is witnessed by Kit. How will he react? Elsewhere, Todd visits Sarah and shares his own suspicion that there's more to her relationship with Gary than she's letting on. 5. Todd continues to dig for info. Gary insists to Todd that he's not having an affair with Sarah. Gary points out that Kit is jealous of his friendship with her and is trying to pin the murder on him as a result. Todd refuses to drop his suspicions and tackles Sarah with the theory that Gary knows more about Theo's murder than he claims. After a tense conversation with Sarah, Todd turns to George for support and confesses that he feels alone. George and Christina invite him to move back in for support. 6. Sarah learns some new information. Nick and David are alarmed to see Sarah drowning her sorrows in the Rovers. Jody suggests Sarah's current behavior is due to the recent attack at the Platt house. However, when Jody lets slip that David the dog was barking at the time, Sarah's suspicions are piqued. 7. Will confides in Tim. With the court case approaching, the Driscolls and Melanie argue about whether Will should attend in person or via video link. Fed up with the discussion, Will escapes and turns to Tim for advice. Will admits that none of his family have asked him what he'd prefer to do. Tim escorts him home and advises the family to start listening to Will. 8. Ollie tries to get through to Will. Susie plays with Will's game console and randomly selects a player. When Megan's voice can be heard, Susie reveals who she is and Megan immediately disconnects. Susie tells Ollie about her online encounter with Megan. Ollie and Maggie burst in the back room and find Will chatting on his headset. Later, Ollie tries to reason with Will and urges him to realize that Megan is trying to manipulate him with the trial only days away. Can Ollie's advice help Will see what Megan is up to? 9. Ronnie is shocked by Fiona's demand. Ronnie approaches Fiona following the incident at the garage. He explains that he has no idea where the gun is, but for Debbie's sake, is willing to pay her off. Ronnie is shocked when Fiona states that she doesn't want his money but wants to be repaid in another way. Later, Ronnie informs Debbie that he's handled Fiona. With Debbie believing the matter is dealt with, Ronnie privately tells Carl the truth about Fiona's demand. 10. Nick is worried about Sam. Roy pays Sam a visit and assures the troubled youngster that he's forgotten all about the incident in the cafe. In a bid to smooth things over, Roy suggests a game of chess. Nick is happy to see Sam on the mend, but when Sam loses the game after making a simple mistake, his reaction gives Nick cause for concern. 11. Jody tries to make David jealous. While on a dating app, Jody is amused by a profile and initiates contact. Jody organizes a date, but when she learns that David is meeting Nick in the bistro, she decides to make him jealous. Jody arrives at the bistro with Ryan and turns on the charm to get David's attention. How will her date with Ryan end? 12. Nina and Asha decide to move in together. Dev gives Nina, Asha, and Summer money to redecorate the shop flat for him, which prompts Asha to consider renting it herself. Dev is quick to point out she can't afford it, but Nina offers to move in too. Later, Dev is saddened to realize Asha is serious about moving out. Elsewhere, Nina struggles to tell Roy about the move. 13. Summer puts the past behind her. Summer and Amy help Nina and Asha move into the flat. Summer surprises the girls with some housewarming gifts and reveals that she's going to take them all out for dinner. The girls are touched when Summer tells them she can't think of a better way of spending Billy's money than on her friends. Next week on Coronation Street, secrets explode, relationships are pushed to breaking point, and Weatherfield faces one of its most dramatic weeks yet. From shocking accusations to dangerous confrontations, the cobbles are set to erupt with tension as long-buried truths finally come to light. Based on early spoiler reports, viewers can expect a week packed with emotional twists and explosive drama. The biggest shock comes when Kit's carefully planned dinner party turns into a complete disaster. What begins as an attempt to bring people together quickly descends into chaos when accusations start flying across the table. Old wounds are reopened, and friendships may never recover from what is revealed. Meanwhile, Maria's suspicions about Gary and Sarah reach boiling point. Convinced they are hiding something, she starts digging for answers. The truth she uncovers could have devastating consequences for everyone involved. Sam's mental health storyline takes another heartbreaking turn. Nick remains deeply worried about his son as Sam struggles to separate reality from imagination. Family members rally around him, but difficult challenges still lie ahead. Elsewhere, Carl's recent actions continue to create tension throughout Weatherfield. His ongoing feud threatens to spiral further out of control, leaving several residents fearing what he might do next. Debbie finds herself facing an emotional crossroads as friends attempt to support her through a difficult period. However, not everyone around her has honest intentions, leading to fresh concerns. The Platt family also faces fresh turmoil when new revelations shake their already fragile relationships. Trust becomes a major issue as hidden secrets begin emerging one by one. At the same time, Sarah finds herself under increasing pressure. Her behavior raises eyebrows, and she struggles to keep control as questions continue mounting around her recent decisions. There is also growing uncertainty surrounding Betsy's future. Her actions suggest she may be considering a life-changing decision that could take her away from Weatherfield altogether. Romantic tensions intensify across the street as several couples face difficult conversations. Some relationships grow stronger, while others edge dangerously close to collapse. A shocking confrontation leaves one resident stunned when a hidden truth finally emerges. The fallout is immediate, creating fresh enemies and unexpected alliances. Family loyalties are tested as characters are forced to choose sides in ongoing feuds. Not everyone will make the choice viewers expect. As the week progresses, multiple secrets threaten to come crashing out into the open. The consequences could change lives forever. By Friday's episode, Weatherfield is left reeling from a series of bombshell revelations. Friendships are shattered, relationships hang by a thread, and several residents face an uncertain future. One thing is certain, Coronation Street fans won't want to miss a single minute of next week's dramatic episodes. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crown ST.